Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for January the 1st, Monday, January the 1st, 2024. Happy New Year. And it was a Happy New Year because today was match day and we won. And we did to Bristol City what they did to us. We nicked a goal right at the end. And yes, lovely jubbly. This is the match report from millwallfc.co.uk. Stoppage time winner at Ashton Gate for Millwall. Sean Hutchinson's stoppage time winner started 2024 in the perfect way on New Year's Day as Millwall beat Bristol City 1-0 at Ashton Gate in the Sky Bet Championship. The defender's shot on the turn, 3 minutes into 5 allowed, sparked wild celebrations in the away end and made it 3 victories on the bounce for the Lions. Head coach Joe Edwards made 2 changes to his starting 11 for the trip. One enforced as Billy Mitchell replaced the suspended George Saville, and Duncan Watmore came in for Edomu Maku, who dropped to the substitutes bench. The opening stages were KG and BS3, that's the postcode of the Ashton Gate, with neither side penetrating each other's penalty area. Ooh. The Robins did have the first half chance of the game with 10 minutes played, but Jason Knight headed over from a corner kick. 7 minutes later, the Lions had Matija Sarkic to thank as Knight once again rose highest in the box with the stopper sprawling to his left-hand side to parry the ball away from danger. At the halfway point of the half, Tom Bradshaw looked to punish some slack City defending, but the striker was just about unable to gavel the ball cleanly under his control, his left foot attempt being blocked. With no further clear strikes on goal for the remainder of the half, the two teams went in goalless at the break. The Lions broke away through Fleming early in the second half, but with Brooke Norton-Cuffy and Watmore sprinting to be involved on either flank, the Dutchman's pass was behind the former and mopped up by the Bristol City defence. Ryan Leonard's shot then had to be deflected behind as Millwall looked to open the scoring with a George Honeyman cross then nodded just wide by Murray Wallace in another Lions attempt. Millwall were beginning to find pockets of space in behind the City defence just before the hour mark, but a mistake in the Lions backline was to almost cost them their clean sheet on 65 minutes. A clutch of defenders meanwhile were able to shepherd Tommy Conway away from goal. Fleming's goal-bound header was blocked by a Bristol City leg after Imaku, on as a substitute for Watmore, saw his shot deflected behind, whilst Mitchell's deep ball into the box was headed into the grasp of Max O'Leary by substitute Kevin Nisbet. However, just when it appeared the Lions would take a point back along the M4, that's the motorway that you can use to get there, Hutchinson's swivel and strike into the bottom corner secured the points 3 minutes into stoppage time, sparking delirium in the away end. Yes. So there you go. Short but sweet. Pretty much sums it up. The team was as follows: Sarkic, Leonard, Cooper, Hutchinson, Norton, Cuffy, Mitchell, Honeyman, Wallace, Watmore, Fleming, Bradshaw. The subs were McNamara on 85 minutes for Norton Cuffy, Maku on 63 minutes for Watmore, Longman on for Fleming on 85 minutes, and Nisbet on for Bradshaw on the 71st minute. The unused substitutes will be Akowski, Campbell, Bryan, Essay, and Adam Maliki. There were 619 Millwall fans at that game. So, yes, what can you say? I mean, very, very. They don't mention the brawl at the end, though, in this match report. It makes you laugh. Saville gets a red card, and then you've got a guy, what is his name, Williams? Johnny Williams? He literally assaults Ryan Leonard, grabs him and tries to push him over the advertising hoarding. But that's not a red card. He then goes on to what do you call it, scuffle with him and everyone else that gets involved. And he doesn't get a red card for that. What the hell are we doing here? Yeah, it was. I watched it on Millwall TV. I imagine most of you probably did as well. It was played in torrential rain, constant rain at times, and I thought we were far the better team. We weren't that clear cut. I don't know if it's because the players were tired or because it was the weather. We had a lot more shots than them. I think they only had something like 5 shots and 1 was on target. And we had a number of shots, but I think only 2 on target. I think we had something like 11 shots and only 2 on target. And I thought we were pretty bloody good at what we did. Very good. And like I say, this is what, another clean sheet, 3 wins in a row. Four clean sheets in a row, 5 games unbeaten. I think we've got the balance now of defending and attacking. Um, so yeah, this is, and we've got players coming in and out of the squad. I thought, but yet again, there was one standout player, and that not in a good way. That was Zion Fleming. Again, looked like he wasn't at the same level of the level as the other players. I mean, we had a couple of breakaways that broke down because he wasn't able to execute what he needed to do properly. Just a simple pass to a player and another one to space. I thought Brook Norton Cuffy run his guts out, and he was gassed. He should have come off probably earlier than he did. Domi Maku, when he came on, he was probably pivotal in becoming that attacking threat which helped to get us that late winner. And Hutchinson again scoring, not from a header. He sort of chested it down, turned and spun and shot into the corner. I mean, you can see there's a split second there. He looks like he didn't believe it went in the net. And then he realises, and then he goes running towards the away fans, and it's just absolutely brilliant. It's all turned around now. We now have the players can have a bit of a rest, and we go in the cup on Saturday. So the next league game is in 2 weeks. So what do we do with the cup? I don't know, but yeah, that was pretty decent today. Pretty decent. And if that's how we're going to play from now on in, I mean, good times ahead. Happy 2024 if that's how we're going to play for the rest of the year. So we'll see how we go. I mean, it finally looks to have clicked. So let's move on to the post-match comments, which for some reason come from South London Press, London News Online. I don't know if the Southern News lost his internet connection on the train home or what, or if he's just waiting for tomorrow morning. But here we go. So we've got this. Mill captain Sean Hutchinson earns plaudits from head coach Joe Edwards after winner at Bristol City. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like, for him to get the winner, because he had a blinding game as well, like in defence, like sliding into tackles and doing all that kind of stuff. He had a blinding game. He played very well. He's literally up for man of the match anyway. The fact that he then scores that goal, I think that kind of cements it, to be honest with you. Joe Edwards paid tribute to Mill captain Sean Hutchinson after his man of the match performance against Bristol City. The veteran defender, 33, has been a colossus at the back for the line since returning to the starting 11 in place of the injured Wes Harding. After Christmas, Hutchinson followed up his strong display against Norwich with another thoroughly impressive performance against Bristol City. That's what I just said, before popping up with a superb late winner. And Edwards was quick to laud Hutchinson's impact after Mill's third win on the bounce. The Lions head coach said of Hutchinson, before we talk about his goal and his impact on the game today, it's probably been a frustrating time for him. He was injured when I arrived and I hadn't been playing, so he was ready to be in my first game. We've been trying to build a bit of consistency in the back line since then, so Sean probably hasn't played as much as he would have liked since I've been here, but I've always been aware of how important he's been to the club and what a good captain he is. We lose Wes Harding a couple of games ago, and Hutch steps in. Not only has these performances been very, very good, but then pop up with a winning goal that summarises what he's done for us in the last 2 games. Mill gave away few chances to a Bristol City side that dominated possession in the first period without over-travelling Matija Sarkic in the visiting goal. The Lions were far more effective with their use of the ball and took charge of the game after the match, with Edwards admitting took charge of the game. After the match, Edwards admitting that in the long term he would like Mill to become a more possession-focused team. In the future, I would like us to be a team that has a bigger share of possession in games, he added. I've been saying that at the moment. It's not about how much you have of the ball, it's what you do. Against QPR on Boxing Day, we had a 30-odd% of the ball, and I wasn't really pleased with it. And I wasn't really pleased with what we did with it. I think I was really pleased with what they did with it. Against Norwich, we had a similar amount, but we were much better with it. Okay. at the moment, we're not going to be one of the teams that absolutely dominate possession. It's about how effective we are when we have the ball. So there you go. He's still banging on about that drum, and that's probably going to be his downfall if he tries to do that. He's probably going to try and do that when Casper Denor comes in. We'll have to see how the results carry on. If it starts going down again, he needs to have a little look at himself. But we'll get to that bridge when we come to it. Now moving on to this, like I said, also from London News Online, South London Press. Joe Edwards praises Millwall players as they win third championship game in a row. Yes, that's very good, isn't it? Almost promotion winning form. Millwall head coach Joe Edwards lauded his team after they extended their fine recent run of form with a superb 1-0 win at Bristol City. Sean Hutchinson showed the composure of a striker to produce a clinical sweeping finish beyond Max O'Leary to seal the points in the 92nd minute, but the Lions had dominated the second period. The Lions have now won 3 consecutive matches over the festive period after putting QPR, Norwich and Bristol City to the sword inside a week. And Edwards was delighted with both the end result and the manner of his team's highly impressive second half performance. We said at the half time that the game was a little bit flat, although they had more of the ball. Edwards assessed post match. We came with our clear defensive plan that served us well in recent games. We've been trying to play with a lot of consistency. When you've got a game every 2 days, you don't want to be chopping and changing what you're about. We didn't quite get going on the ball in the first half, where we were quite solid. And they had a lot of possession without really hurting us, but we just lacked a bit of intensity and confidence. We spoke at half time about that because we had a similar game to that recently against Cardiff, where not much was going on. And we ended up playing a second half that felt like we were waiting for something to happen. And we said at half time, don't go out there and wait. Like, if you go on a football pitch and wait for a draw, I think you're on thin ice. The players took that on board, and I thought we were much more proactive. We started playing some better football and got in between them. Idomi and Maku came on and gave us an impact. I'm sure they'll be disappointed after having long spells of possession in the first half. But I thought we were decent value for the win overall. Indeed. Like I said, substitutions on point. Maku coming on at the time that he come on. Taking Fleming off, bringing Longman on. I guess there's no one else really on there that you could bring on. Maybe Essay, but he has obviously not playing him at the moment. And maybe Brook Norton-Cuffy should have come off a bit earlier. He ran himself into the ground. Get him some rest. Get him rested up. Get him some electrolytes in him because he deserves it. What a performance from Brook Norton-Cuffy. So we now finish by looking at the pictures. Brian Tonks' picture gallery for Millwall's 1-0 win at Bristol City. Brian Tonks is, I believe, the official Millwall photographer. And we've got some pictures that you can see here. So that's the goal there. That's Sean Hutchinson there. Look, he's not even looking. He's not even looking. He closed his eyes. And there he is. That's the celebration there. Everyone's going to do Lally. They can't believe it. It just feels so good, doesn't it? 3 wins in a row after having 7 games without a win. And everyone's saying trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. I had no idea that was coming. Like, there was no inclination. I didn't see any signs of this happening. But it just seems to have turned around. Like, after that Stoke game, I don't know if someone had a word with Joe or what, or he realised, like, bro, what are we doing here? But you can see he's still banging on about possession and all of that jazz, like, which at times we had. In defence, we in the corners, in our corners in our defensive third, we were like passing it around. I'm like, fuck, I hope this don't go badly. Like, this, just get it along, and then they don't. They kind of do, but they don't. They just play it down the channel. They don't just bomb it forward to no one, because there's no point. Because Bradshaw don't win any aerial duels, which is maybe if we did get a target man, we might be a bit better. I don't know. If we could get a target man that can do what Bradshaw can do, that would be the creme de la creme. That would be the cherry on top. Because you could have your cake and eat it. You'd have a Bradshaw type player, but you can have one that can actually fucking win the ball in the air and take the pressure off, and then play in the other quick players that we're now playing, the pacey players that we're now playing. So, but like I say, it's no indication that it was coming. We've got 3 wins in a row, unbeaten in 5, 4 clean sheets. 4 clean sheets in a row, 4 clean sheets in a row. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Just turned it around. Absolutely turned it around. It's a Christmas miracle. So let's hope that carries on. But we've now got a break. I don't know if this is good or bad. We've got a break for the cup, and it's one of those annoying games where it's against a team in our own league, which Leicester are really good. So I don't know about that. Will they rest players? They've got the league sewn up, so probably not. Why would they? I don't know. But we did all right against them when we played them the other day. But obviously this is a home game, so I'm not too sure about that. But and then we got Middlesbrough at home in the league after that, and QPR away, which the QPR bang in trouble now. We're now up to something like, I should have brought the table up. We're now up to something like 14th, 15th, with like 10 points off the relegation places now. And I'm guessing that now the target is just to get the 51 point mark, and then we'll see how we do after that. But if we keep winning, I mean, what are we on now? We must be on like, I think we must have about 5 or 6 more wins to get to the 50 point mark. So we'll probably get that done by the middle of February, the way we're going, which would be nice. Not having to worry about relegation, having it sealed and done and dusted. But yeah, there you go. Brilliant performance today. Brilliant result. Brilliant game. Brilliant players. But we'll see how we go in the future, because the manager's still banging the drum for the possession game, and he's a bit, I don't know, he's a bit slow to get Fleming off. Fleming was really poor today. But hey ho, we won. On that note, thank you for watching. Goodbye.